Good morning, everybody. What's going on? Happy Monday. It's time for the daily truth, 5 minutes of truth, or truth in 5 minutes or less, whatever it is. Like this video, share this video, do all the things with this video. I'm going to allow you guys to jump on. I had a great weekend. Can't wait to talk about it, but I want some more people jumping on, hitting the like button, hitting the share button. A little bit of motivation, inspiration, and maybe my past perspiration. That sounds weird. That's what we're going to get into today. I am actually going to tell you a little bit about my weekend. If you saw some of the posts on my personal page, I ended up making the semifinals of a speaking contest, which actually meant a lot to me, and I'll go through that. But it was a 1 minute, essentially, here's what it was. It was Grant Cardone and Pete Vargas have this thing called the Great Speakoff, and it's a contest. It had 1,000 people in it this week. They said more, regardless, at least 1,000 people that I saw on my screen, and then they broke it down after the first round where you had 1 minute to talk. You gave a 1 minute polished speech. And then after that, they broke it down to about 150 people. And then after that, it went down to, they picked about 20 to move on to semifinals in Miami, where you're competing against about 100 to 150 other people from some of the previous contests, and you get in there, and then the top three get to make it to Growthcon 10X with Grant Cardone. If you don't know who Grant Cardone is, I probably not the type of person that watches anything like this. So anyway, so if I make it there, top three, I get to do a 3-minute presentation. Either way, it was a big deal just to be in the top 20. I made the top 20 after my 2-minute presentation out of 1,000 people. At least they said there was more in there. I'm just going with what I can see because that's what I can believe. Regardless, it felt very good. So I'm going to go and do my 2 minutes, and then I'm going to break down something at the end. And I hope you like the 2 minutes because that's given some knowledge. And then afterwards, I'm going to explain a little bit briefly on why it meant so much to me. And also shout out to a friend I made during the whole thing, Matt Crump, also made it one of the top 20. Awesome. So congrats. All right. So this is what I did in my 2 minutes. Here it is. Growing up, my mom told me I could be anything I set my mind to. So naturally, I decided to become an expert on failure. Heck, it's something that we all do. Might as well be the best at it. My name is Anthony Russo, and I am the failure expert. I have failed far more times than I've succeeded, just like everyone else. However, I'm willing to admit it. But because of that and the right mindset and strategy, with that right mindset and strategy, I've turned my wins into something far greater than all of my losses combined. I call this the art of doubling down. And if it sounds like a gambling terminology, it's because it is. My father was a handicapped, legally blind, compulsive gambler that twice gambled away our family life savings, which, might I add, was not much in the first place. He gambled with a strategy where he would double his bets every time he would lose. Incredibly bad and dangerous idea for gambling, but I learned that this could also be a great strategy in life. This philosophy is how I help people create a new mindset that makes them bulletproof, willing to take risks, willing to fail to get back up to 10x their life. That was the 1 minute that got me. I kept going at this point where I say, now, I want to flip a commonly used thought on its head because I think it's incredibly short-sighted. You've all heard the phrase, get knocked down, get back up again. What a completely incomplete concept. So you're telling me you're going to get knocked down, hop back up again, just get back in the fight just to get hit with the same punch and get knocked down again. And you're saying this is a good thing. You may be resilient, but to me, you're not smart. So what I like to teach people is when you get knocked down, when you're licking your wounds and getting back up, think about what got you there in the first place so you can make adjustments and actually learn from your mistakes. I can tell you this concept has allowed me to double down on all of my failures and not make the same mistake twice. And then end up with every win, you end up one step ahead. I have done this over and over again in my life and with others. A simple shift in mindset can change everything. This can change this can create change in the lives of people that don't understand how to use failure as a tool instead of a burden. That's how you change your life. That's how you change the world. That was it. That was my 2 minutes. I actually did better yesterday. Granted, I'd been practicing over and over again. So that was what I gave. And I'm going to tell you, when they read my name off, I didn't expect it. I wasn't even sure if I was going to attend, but then I invested $97 to be a VIP so that it forced me to be there. I'll talk maybe more about that later this week. The importance of investing, taking the money, putting it in there, and that commits yourself. So all I could say is it meant a lot. This has been a really tough year. A lot of things have gone wrong, and I might go hair over 5 minutes, but I don't know what happened. I just started crying, and just to be announced. And it wasn't even just about getting to move to the next level of the contest, but often I wonder if what I'm doing is the right thing. And years of putting myself out there for this, that felt like validation to me, whether it goes any further. But to say that out of 1,000 people, I'm one of the 20 people selected, that meant a lot. And so the lesson in today's truth, hopefully, was from that speech, and to tell you, don't listen. If you fully believe in yourself and you're committed, there will be fruit at the end of something. It could, people might go, oh, he's a great speaker. Of course he got selected. There's been a lot leading up to just this small validation, and it meant a lot. So look for those small validations or big validations in your life and keep pushing forward. That's today's truth. In about 6 minutes, I broke my rule just today. I broke my rule. God bless, guys. Have a great rest of your week. And remember, the truth will set you free.